Hello, here's Granny. Welcome to my first interview. Today we got a special guest, a guy who was a BSc caller back in the day. We are gonna ask him eight questions we really wanna know. Our guest wants to remain anonymous as he claims he is still active in some projects these days. Hope you enjoyed this content. Let's start. You might introduce yourself now.
Hello, people. I'm gonna tell you a bit more about myself. I was a BSc, mostly BSc caller back in 2022. Um, my channel got reported and deleted, and I have never managed to get my viewers back. I was a known caller and known and respected caller, and maybe after this interview, when there's gonna be good feedback, I will reveal my identity because many of you might heard about me. Uh, I'll try to answer as many questions as I can.
Great. Let's not make it too long. So I wanna ask you, what is the best thing about being a caller?
That's a good question. Let me think. Okay. Let's say this. Money.
That's a great answer at the start. What do you mean by that? Does the color make a good money?
Um, uh, yeah, I guess. It depends of how big, like, of a color you are. You know.
Yes, I get that, but how does the color make their money? And how did you make your money being a color?
Well, there's like many things to get paid. For example, like calls on your Telegram group or AMAs, or for example, buying a legit call that dev sends you before anyone else then call it, and for example, sell it after you do 2, 3, 5x, something like that. And yeah, that's how I like made the most of my money. I was buying legit tokens from my dev, like I knew, calling it and selling to get my profits.
Wow, okay, isn't that like scamming your viewers?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Many people were doing some access too after my call, and after I sold, I never like left any project without attention.
Okay, seems fair. You spoke about the good things when it comes to be a color. What are the bad things?
Um, Let me think. Uh, I guess you can really trust anyone.
Yeah.
For example, deaths. They could be the most legit deaths ever, and you might call them 1,000 times, but you still have to be careful, like calling them, because if they scam you, they also scam your community and people that trust you, and that's a big problem. For example, people might want to get refund, and couple of times like this happened to me, and one time the value I have to refund was literally like 8 BNBs. Like that's how many people like aped after my call. So I would say that's the highest risk you have to take.
Okay, yeah. Tell me, why does the people rely on colors so much these days? I've seen people asking for a call in each project I join.
Uh, it's easy. People want quick access, and they think if the right caller gonna post about the project, it's gonna make them a couple of dollars. And they just like get out of the project, and that's why I think the BSC has such a low reputation. But in my opinion, it's the best chain ever.
I can argue with you on that BSC is the best. Um, I want to ask you, who do you think is like the most legit color now? You can name more than one.
I mean, there is few. Um, Obviously, like more known color on or more like respected one is better for your funds.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, um, if I had to pick some, I would say maybe I don't know if you know the guy called Dox,
Yeah, yeah, I know him.
Venom, um, maybe Caesar, and let me think. I can't remember now. More people now. Sorry.
That's okay. In the other hand, how about a scammy ones?
Uh, I don't want to cause any trouble. Um, but the one I'm gonna tell you about one. He has like a frog on his profile picture. Um, it's like it looks almost like the recent like Pepe token that launched. I know he was a scammer since he fucking launched his channel. If you follow colors, you will know who I'm talking about. But I'm not saying more, I think.
I understand, yeah. Can you at least tell me what was the biggest shit you saw as a color that was done by the other colors?
Um, I saw so much shit going on every day, but um, I think the biggest shit for me that I saw was when a couple of well known colors were pumping a token because they said it was so great and the name was so good. Mm, and they did it because they got like their bags in it, and after all it ended up like at 3 million market cap, and they dumped over 50k dollars saying it was all Jet's fault.
Wow, what a bitches. But how do we know that?
Well, I know that because the dev asked me to do the same, but in that time I was not home and I didn't do it. Um, but I think I wouldn't do it anyways. And even I post about this and warn like my community, my people to not buy that. Just simple.
That's a great move by you, to be honest. Let me check. I got a last question for you before we finish it. This question, I guess, is gonna be the most important question for everyone. How much money did you make as a caller?
Yeah. I knew you would ask that. But I hate to talk about numbers, bro. Um, but it was really good amount of money. Let's say because I checked it last time. Um, through the whole year as a caller, I did make more than 1,000 BNB.
Jeez, what the amount of money. I'm literally shocked now. Um,
Well, don't be. Most of the callers I know did 10 times more than that, and they're still putting even more numbers.
well, okay, okay, let's leave it there. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.